Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith, this is Mr. The Black Channel here at Ticker Talker, and if it's Tuesday, it's the Strat Attack show, and so you know what we do, we get into the urban assault vehicle and see what's going on. So, what we got going on here is we got a shortened week, only 3.5 sessions because of Thanksgiving, which is a holiday in the United States. Then we're going to finish off the month, then we're going to finish off the year. So, how are we finishing off here? SPY, inside month to the upside, right? Do we know about that? We did. So you just get exhaustion risk when it goes into new highs, and then we'll see if that continues. And if it's going to do that, you're going to have an inside week to the upside, right? It's very slight, but you don't have a reversal down because people are always asking me about, what if the market's going to crash and Corona and all this? I'm like, well, it's going to have to reverse first, right? And so you're nowhere near reversing this month, nowhere near it. So in December, what happens? Do you gap up and then potentially go outside and really get creased, or do we go inside and to start the year, or does some debacle go where you go 2-2 all the way back down? But right now, you're nowhere near that. So if you're going to do that, anything, so you'll see this, the inside week to the upside, this would have to change. Right, you'd have to take this, change this red. You'd have to take this out and go 1 bar rev strat week, right, or 2 bar next week. But this would have to occur. And that's just how it is. It can't go down if it doesn't do that. It's got to go down a little first before it can go down a lot. So just kind of stuck up in here. If we go to QQQ and Q's monthly here is the inside outside 2 months inside of here. So we know that the Qs have stalled out a bit, albeit bright green, but nowhere near reversing. But if you go to a weekly, it did poke down and then come back up. So you're inside outside 2 week inside pattern and running out of time to not do that. So if we go to the diamonds, you'll see the diamonds a little better going into the highs. Finally taking all this stuff out. Nowhere near taking this month down. This is a 2-2 reversal on the month and back up. And the small capper is just the outstanders. Boom. Big month for the. How are you going to turn that around? You're not. So it is what it is. So let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla, the inside month to the upside. Again, all you had to do is, for the monthlies this year, just go the inside month and go the inside month. Boom, Tesla. So Tesla, an exhaustion risk by blasting into the highs. But as you can see, the inside day here, no reversal anywhere near on Tesla for right now. So the good thing about that is, well, look at Grandpappy. Look who's coming up with her. Ford Motor Company. And Ford is an inside quarter to the upside. And you can see this just slowly marching back through this range. And you can draw it like this. You'll see a big old try like so. And on a percentage basis, this would be a great move. Still going with General Motors. And Motors, we talked about this on the way back up, fighting back in a nice long green month, just running out a month, but joining the party is Motors. But the outstanders this week really, the energies, because we knew about XLE. Right here, the 2-2 reversal on the month, and it's a simultaneous break, which means that almost every energy is reversing on a monthly basis, right? So if you go to OIH, you're going to see it again, the 2 down, the 2 up, the XOP. And that's good because you can go pick the movers. PXD doing it right here and still going. So the question is on these gaps we had today, they still got any more in the tank. They're still handily down for the year though. A lot of these things. So we'll see. Concho, you'll see them all the same. Concho, Namrata Hess, Conoco, XEC, and then to Helmut Payne. You go down to the to oil services, and we got Exxon too, Chevron, the big boys, everybody, and even the refiners, PSX, Valero, straight break. It's too bad we don't have more month because this has been real fun with these things, right? So we'll see if that continues going forward. You can also throw URI and something like that. Anything nice, long, green on the month and still going. Just exhaustion risk by going into the highs. Always be aware of that. If we go to the Dow, still inside month, but for the week, you got IBM going inside and up on the week here, all right? And you can see coming up through this range, and Disney and the Dow here also inside and up. I believe Nike's trying here, Nike a little bit, but we'll see. Also, a lot of the pandemics coming up with the vaccines that we get every week on Mondays. You got Marriott, inside week to the upside. You've got RCL Here, also going, you can watch CCL also inside week and up. You've got airlines here, American Airlines, U-Haul, Southwest Air, simultaneous breaking the airlines, believe it or not, on the weeklies to the upside. Wynn Resorts, doing it here, still got some room to take out this mother bar. LVS, how you doing? A little bit worse. So you got Play, Dave & Buster's. Anybody ever going there? Nope. So what? Stock's going up. So we'll see. Vaccine is coming to try and rescue all that kind of stuff. It also has given some relief to some of the financials. It's FAS. Here, now having a nice week. It's been pretty boring, but now going with XLF. And so all these things, we also knew we're inside month to the upside, right? And they're nowhere near turning that around. That's really important to know because, you get nervous Nellies out there being like, oh, but I think we're going to crash. I'm like, let it downtick first, right? And that gives you the likes of Goldman Sachs having a nice month here, coming back through the previous range. That's what we like, right? JP Morgan also goes inside month to the upside, combination with the inside week to the upside. You got Zion Bancorp over there with the KRE gang. KRE still going here. So all that stuff picking up this week. Another thing we got going on is XRT retail. Oh, how they wanted to hate it. And yet, the monthly, not only did it triangle them out and goes, boom. Nice broadening formation you got there, Rob. They thought they were getting killed in here. Boom, straight back up. And you're doing it without the likes of Amazon right now. Amazon's doing nothing. Amazon here just stuck in here like a lot of these big boys. On the weeklies, you can see like the Qs just all getting stuck in here, there, and Netflix stuck in here and all that kind of stuff. But if you go to down the food chain, we go, Nordstrom. And Nordstrom, triangle out and triangle out here. They got the lows. There's your weekly. Here's your inside month. To the upside. Out of the ashes they come. And if you go to Macy's, inside month to the upside. Having a nice little week here too. If you go to Phillips Van Heusen, also inside month to the upside. Back through the bigger try we go. RL, also that's a 222. 2-2 down, 2 up, and back up into here. So that's also having a nice little week there too. Also, we're seeing some chemicals. LYB just having a nice month here, nice and green. And you got the week here, inside week to the upside. You got to Eastman Chemical here, and monthly. Nice month you got there, coming back all through this kind of stuff here, right? So you can see the higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low, and here she comes, right? So, and we've known about that for a while too. There's been an inside month here and all that kind of stuff. I think DuPont, how's this thing down? DuPont, it is inside month to the upside and inside week to the upside to a lesser extent. We'll see. Like I said, a lot of those, to the Qs are sitting there doing nothing. Got some guys picking up some slack though. AMBA monthly, inside month to the upside. Where's it going up? I don't know, maybe there, maybe higher. So AMBA comes out firing. Had a nice gap and run. It was in the weekend video talking about this, and then gap and run today. Also coming out of the ashes is steel, letter X. And letter X having a nice little week. It's been a while since it's done something like this. And what that tells us, we can go around there and look at stuff like Nucor coming up on this old weekly try. STLD here, coming up, taking out these highs, going after this stuff up in here. And, it is what it is. Also, there's not much to do these days, but go out and ride your motorcycle. Here comes Harley. And you can see this on the monthly. Used to be a lot higher, and just like a lot of those auto stocks coming out right out of the ashes, back through previous range. That's good. If we go to Yelpster, also coming out of the ashes. That's an inside month to the upside. Been higher. We know now that if everybody opens up, now we can go on Yelp and talk about them again. If we go to PayPal, potential outside month here, if we can get that. And you've got double inside week to the upside, trying to go back towards the highs. Also in retail is Ollie. And Ollie, a slight week up But one of the things we want to look for is anything potentially going outside month or rev strat. And this is here where you're having this thing take out the inside bar, go down, and then come back through. And since we know outside bars exist, we're looking to take this stuff out. Ollie in the retail. If we go to BCO, we're going to need somebody to move all that cash around. Brinks, having a nice month here too, coming out of all of this kind of stuff, and still just driving higher day after day. There she goes, and there's a nice week so far for that. ACN here goes inside week to the upside into the highs, and this is another good example of what we look for in monthlies, and then you could break it down to shorter time frames. The outside month, inside month, 3, 1, 2 Chicago to take out this side, and it did it. On the downside, like I said, some of these big boys just kind of sitting here. Apple doing this. On the weekly, it's an inside week and down. It's not falling apart, but that's still a statement of fact, and it's still being sold on the week because it's inside and down and it's red. And NVIDIA also slightly down, not getting killed, but it is what it is, right? So it's not the normal big boys going right now. If we go to Regeneron, here in Regeneron, having some issues here, coming down, and ever since, hey, we got an antibody, good for you. Momo shooter, here they go, yay, vaccine, antibody, and boom, take it out. Because IBB itself, here on the month, still not taking out last month's highs, and if you go to the week, here you can see inside week in red. It's been 3 weeks and stuck inside of here, and IBB has had some pockets of weakness in there too. We'll get to that. PEN, P-E-N, and this is an inside week to the downside, 3, 1, 2. So hopefully we can get it done, puke down through here, 223.39. It's got some distance on it, but you never know. We'll see. If we go to Bio Rad Lab, this outside up here. Yeah, this is a 3-1-2 on the week. Pound this thing below 566, trading 516. Nice pounder puker, and we'll see if that continues. If we go to WST, just an inside week to the downside, West Pharmaceutical Services. So that working right now, and that's a potential 3-monther as well. Here, got a little distance to take this at. 264.79, and if you can do that, then you might go 3-3 on this thing here. And so we'll keep an eye on that WST. If we go to Repligen still green on the month, however. Inside week to the downside, so that gets my attention for the next day and a half at below 183.26. You've got QDEL. And QDEL not getting killed, but it is inside week to the downside. It did meet its magnitude here, but once again, when you look at this month, this thing's bright red. How are you going to turn that green? And probably not. If we go to ARWR still green on the month, but you got this weekly here, the 2 up and the 2 down, and having all sorts of problems when you got the market rallying to new highs and you see this kind of stuff going on. That's going to get my attention. If we go to NVCR, and NVCR gives us the outside week, I believe. Yes, now we got the outside week. We're looking for that. That was good. I talked about it in the Strat time report. You get this 2-2 reversal here back through the range, and you got some more stuff down here if they really want to cremate this stuff. And even if you missed most of it, if you go to a 60, you're going to see this. This is what you'd look for. Not only did you get the 3-1-2 right here, you get the 2 down, the 2 up, and boom, into the lows. These two become an outside bar of that. If we go to Tandem, and Tandem, 2-2 reversal month to the downside back through previous range, and continues to get clobbered, and well, that's something, that's good. And then if you watch your 60, you're going to see this, the inside 60 to the downside continuation after the what? 3-1-2 puke. And if we go to Thermo, TMO, and TMO on the month, getting close to going outside month here, we need this. 433.01, you're getting there, and then the weekly here, just this is a 2 down, and it's just continued 2 continuations to the downside so far. If we go to EQIX, and what's this on the weekly? The outside inside 3-1-2. 2. And always want to be looking at all time frames, because if that worked, and it did, and it spiked in volume to do it today, off of this, the 3-2 expansion. All right, they took out the highs, took out the lows. Boom, now it's range expanding to the downside with full time frame continuity to the downside. All right, and so nice puker there potentially. Gold having some issues here, and gold goes 1 bar rev strat month. Here's your inside, 1-3 to take it down. So gold just gaps and kind of sits on the day here. So we'll see, and that can alert us to watching more like of the GDX, your Newmonts, your JNUG, and then AEM went inside month to the downside and is still puking. Here, the 3-1-2, all right? Okay. And if we go to Wingstop, one of these things is not like the other in retail, not getting killed here on the month, still green, but on the week, that's a rev strat. Inside bar pokes up here. And the important part about that is it's following a 3. Therefore, this is the broadening formation itself. So the hopes is take this out, and them out. If we can get this thing puking a little bit harder, we'll see. If we go to FLGT, once again, the outside bar on the week, right? You take the 2 up to stop them out, the 3-2-2. Magnitude is going to take this out if you don't have a reversal against you, and right now it's not even close. So daily bright red coming back through. Here's your broadening formation. Here's your attempt to expand it, and here's your coming back through it. So let me see here. DLR. We'll leave the DLR. DLR does this on the month. The 2 up by taking out the high. Boom. 2 down, 2 up. Boom. Takes that out. Right? And then we go to our weekly, and you're going to see this. Inside, down. Boom. Again, after it did it here, your 2-2 reversal up in here. So DLR having some issues here. So obviously there's story stocks like the EVs and all that kind of stuff. You can bounce around, but we're coming into the exhaustion of the year, the exhaustion of the month. We've got a shortened week, and so far we have no signs of any reversals to the downside. Something would have to change, except for these guys I just showed you here. All right, that's going to do it for this week. I'm Rob Smith, the Smith and Black channel here. Ticker Talker, wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I'm going to be out on Friday and Monday, just because I'm going to take it off. So I hope you guys take care of each other. Post a lot. I'm going to make my normal nightly video tomorrow, just so everybody's set up for the shortened session on Friday. And then no weekend video because we're coming into exhaustion. We're going to let them open and finish off this year. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, the Smith and Black channel here at Ticker Talker with the Strat Attack.